got Wyatt. He's here to be my dummy to demonstrate. That's always your work, to demonstrate some of the moves. But a little bit about myself. I've been in law enforcement, with the Danville Sheriff's Office for 3 years now. My background as far as the self-defense and tactics go. I was in the Marine Corps. I got out in 2004, so I went overseas during the war. I was a military police officer. Let's see, I did convoy security, actually, overseas. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm a green belt in Big Map, which is Marine Corps martial arts. I've never actually taught anything self-defense-wise. I am a general instructor at the Police Academy. I just started doing that about a year ago. As far as the academy goes, I hate this.
I love that little rag when I do it all the time. Jennifer was the first female to ever get a gold medal in the academy. She got the direct award. She got the gold in firearms. She outside every man, dominated. She got the silver in physical training. She walked out of there with more golds and plaques than anybody has ever done in the academy, male or female.
So being in a predominantly male field, we as women, we have a lot of power. I broke records with that and outshot all these guys. But we're going to begin with some personal safety tips. Let Scott, I know he's just not going to be there. Let him introduce himself.
Scott Wyatt. I'm an investigator with the Sheriff's Office. I've been in law enforcement for 20 years. I think I've seen most every violent crime that you can see. And I also signed the U.S. Marshals Task Force, who's after violent felons. So Jennifer and I tried to come up with this little thing. It's crazy because it would be so much easier to teach us in 8 hours versus 30 minutes. So we're going to try and shorten this up. But we're going to try and show you all some control holds, things to pay attention to.
We're going to focus on if you're, coming from the store, walking, to your car, if you get attacked, we're just going to focus on stuff like that. But first we're going to talk about personal safety tips. First of all, be aware of your surroundings. Always. If you're out and about by yourself, make eye contact as best you can. If someone's going to attack you and you've made eye contact with them, they're less likely to attack. They're going to try to get the easy targets. Don't make yourself look like a victim. How many of you carry guns concealed? That's a few. That's great. I highly recommend, as a woman, or anybody for that matter, especially this day and time in Danville, we've heard, actually work in the jail, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So I'm not out there on the road, but I see a lot in the jail. We are a maximum security facility, so we have from people who haven't paid their child support all the way up to violent murderers. We have several right now. We have people that have 660 years that are in our Danville jail right now, just waiting to go to prison. So I have to deal with a lot of fights in there. Of course, we have spray and tasers and all that stuff. But a lot of these moves come into play also, being in jail. So gun and purse, definitely. If you don't have your concealed weapons permit, get it. Get a gun, carry it, put it in your purse, if you carry a purse. If you're walking, out of Walmart to your car, you could just have your hand right inside that purse on it. Nobody ever even knows that you have it. And if you have to, shoot someone, you never even have to take out. Bullet go right through that purse, I promise. They'll never see it coming. Always park away from other vehicles. Let's say I'm just using Walmart as an example. Park away so nobody is directly on either side of you. So that way nobody's crouched down, on the passenger side. Always lock your doors, that's another thing. That way if you get into something, maybe other people have more of a chance to see you, to see it happening, versus right there in between two other cars. Keep your keys in your hand. Your keys are a great weapon. I think we brought, walk around with them like this if you have to. her if you have to use that. If you're ever in a situation, people usually yell help, don't yell help. Either yell wait or fire, because that's what people pay more attention to, in our opinion. We were talking about this last night. As far as personal safety tips. Does anybody have any questions? So, personal safety tips. Being aware of your surroundings. That's exactly right. That street light. Park as close to it as you can, and if you have to walk further, that's okay.
And if it's out in the parking lot, give them a minute to get out of the way if you don't feel safe.
Or if you get that feeling, we have that women's instinct. If you get a bad feeling or you get paranoid, hit that alarm on your car. That'll make them think twice. Just simple things like that, whatever you can think of. Yes, ma'am.
So my question is, for women that may be nervous to carry, what are recommendations for their initial birth? Smaller, more cosmetics, semi-automatic? What do you recommend?
I would say something very small that can be easily, concealable, like a little 9mm, or even a 40 that's subcompact. It just depends, but you can go anywhere around. I usually go to, what's that, the new gun store right near Shooters? It's a new store that just opened up. It's, I think he's retired law enforcement. He's very helpful. And also, if you've never shot before, get with somebody in a class. I don't do it, but I would love to teach that. Showing women gun safety, how to take them apart, clean them, and shoot. Women are actually great at shooting. Just a lot of women just never have done it, or they're scared. Like my mom, she's very nervous about guns. She doesn't want to carry. She's just, paranoid about that. Well, I'm available if you need me as far as, I could actually leave my number, but as far as around here, it's not a lot offered right now, so.
I have a weapon, but I've never shot it because I'm comfortable. And I wasn't sure that there was actually gun ranges in this area that do
Well, they have the cedar field, but I don't think they actually teach.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
don't.
100%.
They're gun ranges, but you need someone to teach you. So you'll be extremely
Oh, that's
comfortable
what
with
they
it.
say.
That's right. It's
Sometimes it's better for women to teach women, because
Well, I seriously, my daughter, she's talking to me, would you be interested in doing a small class?
oh, I definitely would.
Okay. All right, I'll get some.
Yes, ma'am, I definitely would. I have no problem with that. We actually have a range we go to, our law enforcement range, where you can practice. You can't practice enough. Anybody else have any? Oh, go ahead. You.
I have a question. With the concealed carry permit, you have your gun, you have it in your purse, you get to a building, and that particular business says no weapons allowed. I'm very reluctant to even try carrying sometimes because then I need to go back to my car, lock it up, do something. How much liability is there if you go in that building with that gun?
there's really no few buildings, your federal buildings.
Schools, post offices.
Exactly. And you may end up with something like Buffalo Wild Wings. They don't want you to carry a firearm, so we don't even do that.
Yeah, we avoid those places, but I carry everywhere. I'm not right now because of our demonstrations we're about to do. I didn't want you guys to feel uncomfortable. That's the only reason I don't have one right now.
But it's not a lot of places. Any shopping, Walmart, food lines, places like it, you can definitely carry weapons. And even if you don't have a concealed carry permit, it's perfectly legal to carry your weapon.
Open carry.
Open carry. It's really. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Some kind of spray.
Oh, the spray, that's another thing we were going to actually talk about. Yes, you can get that at the police supply stores, you can get it in any gun store, but one thing about spray I'm against is that when your adrenaline is pumping and you've just been sprayed, I see it all the time, I've sprayed so many people in the jail that I can't count with them fighting. When that adrenaline's pumping, it does not faze them. It doesn't faze them until they're calm, until however many minutes it takes. But it is absolutely ineffective. On certain people, like I've been sprayed, and we did a whole course. He's been sprayed. I've been sprayed with the highest concentrated pepper spray in the world. That was in the Marine Corps. And I still did a whole 2-minute obstacle course and fought, while getting beat, You can still do it. So it doesn't really, it'll kind of delay it, but it will not stop anyone. So that's kind of a misconception. But it's better than nothing. If you don't feel comfortable with a gun or you don't have one, then by all means you can use that spray. But most people it's not going to affect, especially men whose adrenaline's pumping and they're ready to go. So that's just my opinion. What did you say? Any more questions before we get on to the movies? Now the taser, we carry those, but as far as I
think taser.
Oh, like stun guns? Is that what you're talking about?
Taser actually makes a civilian model where you shoot them, like the ones we use, 50,000 volts.
We had to get shot by them. They work. They work.
They hurt really bad. They
Yes.
shut down the nervous system a lot because
They work.
it hurts incredibly bad. The taser comes with a civilian model. I think it's about $800,000. But if you have to point a taser on somebody and you call the police, the taser will replace it for free. However, they have to have a police report on it. They're designed when you shoot them, you throw them, they walk for a minute. That is a long time, 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds feels.
But these people are trying to hurt us doing here. And that sounds mean, but it's true. No more things.
But you can get the ones like at the flea market, the stun guns, and he can tell you from personal experience. They hurt. Because I got him one day and it burnt him through, he had on 2 or 3 layers of clothes and a heavy coat. So they work. But they only work for that split second. Once it's off, it's kind of like, just like the taser, when we get tased, they hit you in the back, you drop, but after those few seconds are over, you're completely back to being able to fight. Like the ones in the jail, they come in and they're so messed up on hardcore drugs that they don't have a lot of feeling. They're really hard to deal with. As far as tasing them, half the time that doesn't work as good because they're under that influence of heroin, that all kinds of drugs. We had to fight one a couple months ago, and it was like 6 of us, and he never felt anything. Even if you break their bones, it was bad. And it's because of those drugs, but I'm getting off track. Any other questions before we go on? We have like 5 actual moves we're going to show you. That works, but you got to think you're carrying this big old camera. Oh yeah, if you're home.
And you can. The thing about spray here
Definitely.
is if you're going to use it, your adrenaline's pumping, you're not sitting here in this constant environment. Life really don't matter. You were scared of your life. And now you can spray something. You don't pray to God, you don't spray yourself. And it happens, it doesn't happen. I'm a gentleman with my arms, where it's at. I don't know why people scared. You got to get yourself there, but mean world out there. These people, they could care less.
We know how bad gamble's gotten, over the last few years. Gosh, when I was a teenager, it wasn't nearly this much crime. With the gangs, it wasn't nearly this bad. So firearms, we preach that all the time. If you're not comfortable, get comfortable. You can take that online class, I think it's $50, and then you pay $50 to the court, so $100, and you have your concealed weapons permit. So you can carry without anybody ever knowing. And then if not, open carry. That works.
It's actually fun. It is actually fun to go to the range and shoot dinner tonight.
It relieves a lot of stress.
We'll have a good time with this.
All right, so we're going to go into, we have 5 moves that we came up with last night. And this is, I'm sorry. This is more like if you're coming out of a store, you're going to your vehicle, and we're going to demonstrate this right here. If everybody can see right here. big and strong his hand is, and very hard. But when he grabs,
I'm gonna grab it.
you just go towards the thumb. And that's all you gotta do.
Thumb is the weakest part of the hand. We will get out of it. With two hands.
Two hands, he's grabbing, he's holding too tight. I'm gonna grab my wrist, I'm gonna pull, and pull up. Just enough to get away from him. And then after you pull up, when you pull up, you want to like stun him, go through the throat. Get his throat, because it only takes 4 pounds of pressure to pull out somebody's throat. They're not going to be worried about the after you, they're going to be worried about dropping down, trying to breathe. And it's a 50-50. It's deadly. And if you go to the throat, let's say that doesn't work, this right here is known as, you should call it a knockout area. And it's carotid. After you punch, take your elbow, if you can, use your whole body up into it, and it's going to drop you every single time. Watch boxing, you're going to see anything like that. Right there, that area right there.
You can strike anybody right through here. I don't care how big they are, they are. This problem.
And your elbow is one of the hardest points of your body. As a woman, you're not going to want to walk up and engage and fight with them. They're usually bigger and stronger. If they're not bigger, they're always stronger than us. We have to think and use technique. That's wrong.
And these are designed to get away. You're not trying to hang out and
Yeah, you're not.
throw punches and things. This is I want to hurt you and I want you away from me. And if my hurt makes me kill you, as horrible as that sounds, that's what's going to happen. But I'm not going to do that. She's not going to do that. And even just talking about this today, you've got to train doing it. Train with your buddies, your family members. And some of these books are simple. But they can truly save your life.
There's another one, if you're grabbing your lunch, eye gouge. That's an easy one, even if they're tall. Take your thumbs and press it, go as far back as you possibly can. Like Billy said, when you pull out your pants, have brains. Really go this.
It sounds bad, but you don't want to be a victim. You'd rather be theirs than yours.
It's about survival. It's about figuring out. In a lot of these situations, a lot of women have been killed. We don't got machines. All right, we're going to do the next one is a choke. Let's say they're coming up from behind you, you've been walking and texting on your phone, and you don't even notice because you're not being very vigilant. He comes up behind, because I'm going to toe punch him, and bite. After I bite, I'm going to kick, try to keep the knee to hyperextended, and break your foot down their shin, and then elbow. Do whatever you got to do to get away.
Don't worry about the knees. When you drive that foot, straight through.
Go straight through the knee. Straight through the knee, and then right down that shin. And there's another area that you can grab into.
But on the other side, when you do it, you better mean it. This is about living. You aren't playing. It's about who's going to die. You or them.
Okay, let's run check. Let's say I'm coming up to choke you from the front. You can use your legs. You're going to drop down because women, we have a lot of power in our legs versus men with their arms. You're going to drop down. When you drop down, you're going to come up and knock it away. And after you knock it away, elbow, throat, up to the nose, eye gouge. That always hurts. You know, get it right there, paralyzes the leg. Do whatever you have to do. These are just guidelines. You can do whatever you have to do.
You said that again.
I'm going to check it from the front. I'm going to drop down. When you come up, you're going to come up with all your power. Come up and knock it away. Throat, here, up, eyes, here, straight. Until you run away, because you do not want to get into grappling with a man. You don't want to box with a man. say, front shoe. Let's say someone, you're walking from your car, and they're just gonna try to rob you, take your purse. There's one right here. You're gonna take your foot and lay it on top of theirs. I'm not even putting much of my body weight at all, trying to do it. And I'm not even putting all my weight on it. Well, what you got right here, he's gonna fall down. Once he falls down, you run. Just, you're doing whatever you have to do to get away. This is all defensive, not offensive.
And we thinking all this, so nothing's really happening, it's not violent. All of this first off, is a surprise. So if we're gonna sit up here and train, and you know what I'm gonna do, you're able to counter it, you don't have a clue. Nobody knows what's gonna happen, it's all level of surprise. So if you do jump on somebody, and they stomp on your foot and push you, I promise you, you're gone. You're not gonna stand there. When you get back up, absolutely. Hopefully, you're gonna get some distance on it, you're gonna be gone.
And it doesn't look as powerful right here. Once you go that foot, try to look. And I have little soft shoes, and I'm not even hardly applying any weight.
And if I lean back trying to pull my foot out, she's already hit me.
But he's leaning back, and I'm pushing, and it's gonna knock him off balance, and if I push hard, he's gonna fall. Let's see. Okay, let's say we hadn't talked anything about if you're out and about with a friend and somebody attacks your friend and is on top of your friend and you're going to try to help her. This is called the blood choke.
And this is somebody's on top of you. You're not trying to live your friend.
Yeah, you're going to try to save her life. You're not going to just run and call for help. You're going to do something right then. Because she could be dead otherwise, or anything could happen. This is called a blood choke. If you apply this properly, it takes 8 seconds before they'll... okay. They can't see. We'll do it on both sides. It takes 8 seconds before they're unconscious. And there's a 50-50 chance that they'll come back from being unconscious at all. Okay. Let me show you how to properly apply this. You're going to take his neck right here, put it right in the fold of your arm. Put right there in the fold of your arm. You're going to grab up here on your arm, get over nice. And you're going to take this hand and put your back. This does not take strength at all, it's merely technique. You're going to pull with this arm, and you're going to push with this. It works, and
It would probably help me out in about 2 seconds. She doesn't even pipe up to me. I felt her arm start to flex and it starts
so
shut
it
down
takes
on
about
me.
1 second.
Okay.
But it takes 8 seconds, and
I work with some good sized guys, and she has made every one of them happy. They were all like, she's so small, she can make us happy. It would last.
But it actually, if your arms are small, it actually works better because you get in there perfectly. Like their arms get away when they're trying to the guys in the office were trying to show. That's children. Okay, he's on top of your friend or just some woman you're just trying to help. Like right here, the bend of your arm. Take this hand, grab your upper arm, take this one, put it on the back of his head. This arm's going to be squeezing and this arm's going to be pushing, so it's kind of like pull and push at the same time. And that's barely half a second. But anyway, so you can see that definitely works. If you get home and you want to try it on your husband, by all means. If he taps and taps. Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of the moves? If you want to see them again, because I know it's kind of hard to just the check. Oh, yes, ma'am, I'm sorry, we didn't put on this side. Can you see right there, okay? Let's say he's coming up, he's going to grab my purse or try to grab my arm or anything. You step on his foot, try to pull. I'm not even applying that much weight, of course. I'm a lot lighter than him. When you're like this, it just knocks him off balance. And then when he hits, you run. Or hit your car alarm, do whatever you have to do. We're ready for this class. Let's see. All right. Does anybody want to see a duct tape demonstration? I don't know if y'all saw that online where you're duct tape and you get up. Yes. Okay. Okay. He's going to duct tape my hands together and I'm going to show you how to just pump right up.
And I'm not going to do it long, I'm good.
He's going to give me for that judge.
Is this for exercise too? This is for exercise.
I think it would fit on the clothing you had on, but I think it would, I could see something.
Did you get duct tape? That's really tight because it's a lot of loops. Okay. So you have your arms up like, they're going to go over your head, and when you come down, your elbows need to go out as best you can, if that makes sense. So you're coming up, feet together, elbows out. Wow. And it's just that easy. And he had, the worst part is it just kind of like, pinch your skin off.
I think she put about half a roll on me. And I got it on the first one.
It pulled a little bit of skin off. You won't let me live that down. Well, he's got hair on his arms and I don't, so that, but do you see how easy it was? Just, I mean, I didn't have to hit my legs or anything, it just came right out.
And back to fear setting in, your strength, you'll become incredibly strong. Most people think how weak they will become. When it happens, you'll be incredibly strong. So it's, that right there, it could be wrapped around you 15 times, you'll come out of this.
You get fight or flight. And Jimmy?
Yeah, you better fight. It's not an option. You don't get a choice. You better fight. Or you'll die. Somebody will read about you in the paper. They telling you kids how wonderful a person you were. And it's,
Do we have time to tell that story?
Yes.
it was and some of you may know, she may do. Several years back, I worked for the Devil Police Department, and there was a young lady, 16 years old. Some of her girlfriends got off work, went to Walmart. There was some punk who'd been walking the parking lot for about 3 hours picking his prey. So when she leaves Walmart, he picked her.
This was a game initiation.
Gang initiation, a bunch of thugs. But this guy, he wasn't that big. He stabbed her, and he stabbed her in her face and throat. Thank God there was a nurse. She's the reason that girl lived. And it was all part of the gang initiation. He was 15. And the guy that had him, of course I believe this is justice, the guy that had him do that to that girl pulled off a home invasion about a year later and was shot and killed in the doorway of the home. Justice. But it's violent. It's very, very violent. So
Texting will really get us. Like we're coming out of school.
nobody pays it. Everybody's got their phone in their hand. No.
That's what they're looking for. They're looking for me. Old,
You've got to pay attention.
small.
If you have your children with you, keep them close to you, but you have to pay attention. There's no need from the time you come out of that store, especially in the dark, to have your cell phone in your head or be texting. These people look for it. And damn, it is getting worse.
Wait till you get far. I mean, all the ladies, we've got several of the people in jail that were knocking those old ladies down and taking their purse. And I mean, they were hitting them. I mean, these ladies were like in their 80s. These people, one was 18 and I think one was 20.
Even if you're not weak, if you make yourself look weak, you're a target.
And one more thing, if you're at home, just a simple little thing you may have never thought of. If you're in your bed and you hear something or you don't feel right or you think somebody's right where you can't hit that ball, can you scare them away? Most of the time, if you can scare them away, try to do your best. You don't have to engage in this business or fighting or anything because, I mean, it's stressful, but
And nobody wants to fight. Nobody. got.
Does anybody have anything else? That's all I have.
I'll give you my cell phone number. My name's Jennifer Wyatt. It's 434.
434-713-1012.
Jennifer, you seriously should have said that class.
I would love to do that because, like y'all said, it's really nowhere around here. It might be somewhere in Greensboro.
Can you say the number again?
That's right. I think that would be awesome. Oh, Billy used to do what we said it was.
He's still, I tell him,
His friend Billy Cheney, I don't know if y'all know him. You might know his wife, Trish. Oh, yes, no. 434-713-1012. Yes, ma'am.
I used to be driver's ed, so a lot of things here.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when we had a race for this. It was Christmas time in Durham, over at South Point. What people would do, they would have a van ready to go, park like 5 spots. They would watch women come to their cars. They would get out there and blow to start. Get under the car and under the middle of the car, where if you went off that, you couldn't see the line. And when they would get, most of them didn't have the keys, or keys had a lot, most of them didn't have. They would use a white coat and cut their ankles. And you're gonna drop everything you had and start screaming. And then they would get everything that she had. And do you know it took her about 10 days to get that thing exactly right, because they couldn't figure out how quickly the thing got and this and that, so they just had to stay all over the section. You know, you go shopping, cops are everywhere. Maybe that's why they see, oh, yeah, you go out and say, cops are everywhere. You gotta be in where you call them. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But that's what they were doing. And it was like 10 of them. And they would just take a box cutter, just roll over as soon as you got there, you put your gifts down. A lot of women was their birthday.
Oh,
But they didn't get the key. Not that time, they cut their, one of them bled to death. They cut her so deep that their arm, she bled to death before she got there.
They were getting rid of them. They weren't paying attention to the surroundings. They had their hands full.
And they're not looking, not having that key in their hand. That's always got the key in your hand already.
Oh, yeah. Whether you use it as a weapon or whether you get to that car and everything. Oh, and one more thing I thought about, I don't think we mentioned this. If somebody goes to grab you, we didn't do it because we didn't scare people break this thing. But if somebody grabs you and they go to pick you up and take you to their vehicle, drop all your body weight, go dead weight, and make them have to drag you or pick you up off the ground. Just do whatever you have to do to make yourself harder, to get. And hopefully, somebody with you will help you. Or you can use any of those moves. Once you're down on the ground, just start kicking.